All right, now to Jamaican football report, Yard Ballers report. I think this week, Yard Ballers report, probably the major storyline, Junior Sportswoman of the Year award. Bunny Shaw was not nominated. Um, Jamaica Sportswoman of the Year award. Junior, you have anything to say about this lack of nomination for Bunny Shaw?
These are the views of Junior and not Ball Chat. And nobody affiliated with Ball Chat. I am a proud Jamaican, right? Proud Jamaican. But I have no qualms in saying, as a Jamaican, sometimes we fall short in we will fall short in common sense. And if a Jamaican feel offended by it, then pick a number, find the best one for jumping and jump in it head first. All right? And whichever hole you want to use your discretion. This Woman of the Year, Player Athlete of the Year award.
Sportswoman of the Year.
Sportswoman of the Year award that the Gleaner and is a Gleaner Sportswoman of the Year award. Whoever is on this committee, take on the damn head out the clouds. Stop being idiots. Stop being prejudiced. Stop acting holier than thou. The reason why Bunny Shaw is not, it shouldn't even be said nominated. The reason why she's not getting the award is because of some people look like them holding something against her. Now, what could that be? I don't know. And I have my thoughts. And the reason why I'm going so hard at them is because I have a thought why. If that is the reason why, we don't need to get on the damn head out of the clouds. On the illusion.
To kind of highlight the ceremony quote in this, this is from the Loop. The ceremony also reveals 6 nominees for the People's Choice Performance of the Year, celebrating standout moments that capture the public's imagination. And Bunny Shaw's goal against Liverpool in the Women's Super League was nominated for that award. Now, I guess the only thing I probably want to know is what are the criterias for this award? What are the requirements for this award? It seems to me like the award, and unless I am missing it somewhere, it seems to me the selection, of course, is heavily based on track and field and a very, because Bunny Shaw is not the only athlete here who merits a nomination for this award. Right. It seems to me like the one of the key requirements is that the individual need to be performing in Jamaican colors when they get nominated or when they excel. But that's something I try to see if we can understand the non-nomination of Bunny Shaw and the selection of these people, because I can't find the criteria anywhere.
Right.
So I try to see if we can put my head around it, because it doesn't make any sense. Because the people that were nominated, they were nominated, sounds like based on an Olympic sort of deal, or cycling at the Pan Am Games or whatever. So I mean, Bunny Shaw never played a match in Jamaica women's team during that period.
So that's the thing. That's the thing. I remember now.
That was when
she's a part of the group that turned their backs.
Was when that thing was going on, right?
Right. So,
now, but we have the same issue last year too, because she was nominated last year. Didn't we have the same discussion last year also?
I never went this hard. I just thought it was funny, but I'm going to. I'm trying, because we'll put out Yard Ballers as its own segment. I want Yawd ballers to grow as its own segment, right? So we don't really want. I have to be strategic with what I'm about to say, but because I have no proof. But when you do things like this, you leave yourself open to questions being asked. And if you leave people to their own understanding or to their own whims or thoughts, then a question might be asked that might put you in such a bad light. And it could be 100% wrong. Right? And for example, Jamaica is a very homophobic country. I don't have the data, but I'm willing to bet most of the people who got the award, they have pictures with a traditional family unit. I'm just saying, we don't know. What if that is possible, right?
I don't know.
We don't see body with no traditional family unit. Not saying she do anything, because I don't have a proof any other way, right? But we're just saying though, you're leaving us open to this thought process, which can be very dangerous.
Yeah, with the lack of transparency or the lack of readily available how you go about making the selections.
Right.
Now, granted, granted the requirements might be publicly available and we just don't know it, but I have checked and we can't find them anywhere. But when it's not very clear, the people then start speculate what could be the reason behind it.
What could be the reason? But then my issue though, and them get bug of the week. The Gleaner get bug of the week for this. The athletes get bug of the week too. Because why we not hear athletes coming out and say, something all right, you're saying, I have a problem with this. Why would I hear that? So maybe, like you said, Benton, maybe you're right. Maybe she have to be wearing the Jamaican colors. Maybe she have to be representing Jamaica.
Guys, there's a netballer down in a Jamaican netballer who's excellent, and I'm trying to remember. In fact, you know what? This article by Leighton Reed. Big up Leighton. Actually, yeah, the netballer is in it. So make sure with Leighton Levy. Yeah, man, the netballer is in it. She's also very dominant in her profession down in Australia. Won titles, and just as outside of the title, just as dominant as Bunny Shaw. And she's not nominated either. So, but if the requirement is that you need to be wearing the Jamaican colors, then there needs to be a revamp, because Bunny Shaw and these athletes are excelling at the highest level, and 9 times out of 10, when them excel, your first thing you hear are Jamaica, is Jamaica and such and such. So they are essentially marketing Jamaica.
But then the thing we have to look back at now is that Jamaica made it to 2 World Cups.
Yes.
Second World Cup, they qualified for the second round. Have any Jamaican women footballer won this Sportswoman of the Year?
No, they have not. And
Olympics doesn't play in the same year.
Yes, yeah, they have not. So it's significant. You brought up a big point. There's a significant screwing of footballers. I get footballers the shot, ladies footballers, and probably footballers the shot end of the stick when it comes to them award. Yeah.
And it maybe not, because I don't. What if Kanye Plumber get it? They'll say,
well, if Kanye get it, then Kanye get it.
Because she have a youth and re. So it is. I can make a legitimate case that they are trying not to look like they are supporting something that part of Jamaica is still holding dear to.
Yeah.
Which is very unfortunate.
The part for me that I'm slow. As Capleton says, somehow we go to school, go on bench. I'm one of those. The part which I am having difficulty wrapping my head around is the fact that You have a Jamaican, the captain of the Jamaican women's team, who's playing at the highest level, who's the leading goal scorer in the league that she's playing at. So she's not just regular average player. She's been
Finalist.
nominated and what, finished what, third or fourth in the Ballon d'Or, the
Yeah.
globally recognized women's football award show, and yet she cannot even get nominated for Jamaica Sportswoman of the Year. That
But
something
there's
it don't make no sense.
and come on, big up, come on, and look, we know the Jamaican women footballers, they have them ears to the ground. Big up Yawd ball. We know them have them supporters that are very vigilant. Let me come out and say that we ball chat is in 100% full support of the Jamaican women's football team. I will support them regardless, and there's no holding back on that. There's no questions being asked from our end. We're just trying to put some understanding around the bias against not only the national team, but women footballers as a whole. And what is it that is stopping the look? Why is it the athlete, the
Sports.
track athletes
Yes.
get the love that the women's footballers don't get? Forget about that. What about the women cricketers?
Yeah.
What is going on there?
Well,
Is it because you look at it as a male sport? That's why you don't want it look like say you support that?
well, I think the power play though is that track and field is very powerful place in Jamaica sports organization. Is my interpretation, because a member of this committee is Mike Fennell. Mike Fennell was big up Mike, our Mr. Mike, and man, they are elder in the business. Mike Fennell, former president of the Jamaica Olympic Association. So I think when it comes to track and field advocates and the people that will have track and field best interests at their heart, they have very powerful voice and have a very strong seat at the table. Now, it's incumbent on Jamaican football representatives like the JFF to kind of get more aggressive and say, yeah, we need some seat at the table too, because sponsorship dollars kind of get mixed up in them things, when you have recognizable faces that recognize your entity. There's more chances that you are going to get more money and people are going to hitch wagon with them. So there's a money aspect of it, and the people who represent track and field have done a very good job of really and track and field also in its right has awarded and rewarded Jamaica on a global stage, right? Because I remember when we were youth, we used to watch Merlin Atty and Raymond Stewart in a Stop Come Last 900, and Merlin used to get like a bronze queen, the music called Merlin. So you see what I said? Them time there was a different power play. Maybe cricket used to have a more power, well, male cricket used to have a more powerful voice in Jamaican sports arena now. But track and field now gonna lead, and it's important that football advocates, gatekeepers, are people who advocate lobby for football, make sure so them get them seat at the table so footballers can get recognized at the end of the year.
Gleaner, reach out to Gleaner, but Gleaner, if I listen to this, man, forward upon the show and set the record straight.
When I reach out to sorry. No, but they did say they have to revamp their system. They said something need to take a look. But for me, I thought we already went down this road. I thought we've been there before. All right, schoolboy football time, Junior. We're going to salute Kingston College victors in the Manning Cup. I know say as a old Marian, you probably have a problem, but you have to give credit where credit is due. Kingston College won the schoolboy football and carpet era schoolboy football, and the Costa Cup went to Magic Garvey Marseille.
So don't forget about Walker Cup though. Don't go around.
I don't care about no Walker's Cup, brother. And no Ben Francis Cup. I won Walker's Cup. Excelsior?
Mona.
Mona? Rastafari. I think so Excelsior did I lead them. You sure about that?
You've got them credit.
We don't care about no Walker Cup still, but
But big up KC though, because KC, we talk about how schoolboy football is a cycle, and sometimes you get lucky and get run a good cycle, and then you get caught up. One thing that KC has shown is that they can have the whisper year,
yes,
and then they can forward back a couple of years from then, and
yes.
forward back this year again. So that shows those are the acts of a dynasty.
Yeah, man.
True dynasty.
It really is impressive what Kingston College is doing. I mean, the man them deal with them thing quite well. 17th Manning Cup title. 17th Manning Cup
Yep.
title. Boys from Crossroad. Maybe they need to check the school layout still.
A big up Garvey Massey, what they call them? Cubans.
I them call it Cubans.
Yeah.
But let's bear a thought for McGrath. Because McGrath had this game, 97th minute, leading 1-0. And I think the similar thing happened in the earlier rounds of Doncaster Cup where they led Garvey Massey and Garvey Massey scored at the death.
Yeah.
And same thing happened in the final again this week. If I'm not
It will
mistaken.
not be denied. It's a team that will not be denied.
Not be,
And big up Ty Gill. Ty Gill said unapologetically women.
yeah, man. Big up. But school, yeah, Cubans and them. Big up to the Cubans. Boy, and another year Manning's gone without winning a Doncaster Cup. So, but big up to Garvey Massey. I think this is their third Doncaster Cup. Stets claimed the 7th Ben Francis Cup, tying a record. So Stets won the Ben Francis Cup. Garvey Massey the Doncaster Cup. And then in Kingston, you have Kingston College won Manning Cup, and the Mona won the Walker Cup, according to Junior.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Continuing our Yawd ballers report, Junior Euro baller Ronaldo Cephas scored for what the team name Ankara.
They find him.
Huh?
They find him.
Them find him. Ronaldo Cephas with a goal for Ankara. Game ended 3-2 as Ankara. So this is the second division in Turkey, you know. For some reason I thought he played in the first division, but it's the second division. So big up to Ronaldo Cephas with the goal. Bobby Cordova-Reid with also a goal for Leicester City. Junior, I mean, I think that your boy will be good for Bobby Cordova-Reid. As in Ruud van Nistelrooy.
10 years ago, yes.
Yeah, 10 years ago. Bobby Cordova-Reid with the goal. Bunny Shaw with 2 goals for Leicester City in the women's Super League. Bunny Shaw continues to score goals. And I think she's the leading goal scorer this season in the league. Now, a question was asked earlier. Should Bunny Shaw leave Man City to win a trophy, Junior?
That's what BM says. As BM make you know, Ankara, they got relegated last season. That's why.
Okay, cool. Big up. Okay, so that's why. So this is where them couldn't find him. They got relegated. But you were saying big up regarding Bunny Shaw. Do you think she should leave City to win a trophy, Junior?
Yo, no better than joke them better than enough things.
Which one?
That's why I couldn't find him because he take away himself. I don't want to play second division.
No, me I tried because I couldn't find him, right? He was missing. Yeah, then I mean Ronaldo Cephas that is, but you know, good to see him playing football again. Good to see him playing football.
Yeah, but should Bunny Shaw what's she going to go? Barcelona?
Yeah, well, that's probably the only place because unless you go to Chelsea, I mean, that's pretty much
That's what
time
Ty
you have to
Gill
leave
said.
City and go where.
It
Unless you
must
go
be
to
Barca.
Chelsea, I mean, that's where the buck stopped regarding winning in England. I mean,
Yeah.
like, but Chelsea's missing Sam Kerr. Sam Kerr has been out, and they signed Ramirez from Colombia, and for some reason, Man City can't seem to get over this Chelsea hump, and maybe they should just fire the manager and just forget about it because ultimately, that's probably Bunny Shaw now going away.
And this is where we would love to see. All right, we would love to see marketing dollars get pumped in now at some point and say, "Yo, come back with market Bunny." I see that she's doing some ads and things, but
Yeah,
don't treat her like George Weah. George Weah, and I think Bunny is really, the more I think about it, Bunny is firmly in George Weah's light. Like, it's the same story
okay.
where she just transcends the sport from our country and internationally is a baller, big time baller at our club, and try our best to do something with the national team, right? I don't think investors, City should lose this opportunity. Put her as a centerpiece and attract players there. They already have the male Man City spotlight there that them can feed off of. Use that and build a hype and win a trophy. Stay there and win a trophy.
Yeah,
But time short.
Yeah, go ahead.
But time is short. She have to do it quick.
Yeah, yeah. I think Man City really are trying to do some marketing around her. Definitely have her more presence. Because like you said, life shot. She's at the top of her career right now. You have to maximize your earnings.
Yes.
And also you can bring light to other things after you retire from the sport. And she has scored a gang of goals, and she's scoring against high level competition. So I don't think she would leave Man City, but Man City have got to do something. Coach Gareth Taylor spoke highly about how complete a striker Bunny Shaw is. And again, this year she's looking to probably close out another year scoring about goals for Man City. So, Bunny Shaw is a baller, but the title, the trophy winning thing, I don't know how that's going to go. They might have to figure out a way. Continuing Yard Ballers report, Kiki Van Zanten Jr. got an extension with Houston Dash. Of course, Kiki last year was her junior year or rookie year with the Houston Dash. Houston Dash, she picked up an injury and subsequently weren't able to compete. So Houston set forward again this year. So we're going, they believe in the baller herself. So it's good.
Yeah.
Good. Because I think Kiki's a very good player. I mean, could be a... You see, this is also one of the problems. You know what, let me not say it. I think Kiki's a very good player, and it's good that she got this contract extended. Expect her to come back full tilt. Before we take over yourself from Yard Ballers report, your final thoughts on the Real Girls game, the final leg game, the final in the tie against South Africa.
I mean, we need more games like that. There's nothing wrong with playing against teams like South Africa. Give them more games like that on the island, and you'll see how they build a vibe and build some form of consistency. I like what I saw if I'm looking at it through average lens. I'm looking at thinking that they will become a much better team. They have a long way to go. But for where they are, I like what I saw. And if we can get more games like that, where is adequate competition, where you can play, and we saw Jamaica try to play a style of play that they would never bring up against France. Play a game where you can express yourself, and we can see what we have in the squad. Give me more games like that. Ty said we need more games, but we have to do something about the fields of play on. That's true. And I've been saying it, and I'll say it again one last time. Talk to corporate Jamaica. It doesn't cost that much money. If you get a bag of company to come in and say, I'll donate $1,000 US, right? Shut down the field them, use that money, dig up the field them. What I mean by dig it up is you take the top layer off and completely remove the foundation of the field and relay the foundation. And if you can't maintain the natural grass, put turf. Put field turf. Field turf is not what it used to be. They have gotten actually better with turf, where it's not the pellets. You can still get high quality fields, but create that. If we have players that are playing on great surfaces, why are we giving them subpar surfaces? And it doesn't take much for just dig up the field and under that. It doesn't take much.
Yeah, I agree with you much, but of course you have to get buy-in. You have to get. I mean, ultimately, people have to see this as something that's profitable, and you don't know how already. Someone we don't want to spend our money until we know so we can make our money guarantee, and there's no such thing in life, you know.
So people bought into the road to France. Have we seen anything profitable out front of Road to France after 1998? The road park up. I have dead end sign on it now.
Yeah.
It's not that hard to get this.
It's not that hard to get.
Just need some people with sense.
Yeah.
BM says he finds it strange that Reggae Boys are struggling in the midfield, but ignore Daniel Johnson. If Ravel, Maggie, and Palmer can get selected, why can't Johnson? Because he's 32 and he looks 38. BM also says he thinks the Reggae girls should play Mexico and Colombia next. I agree.
I'll answer the Ravel Morrison and Daniel Johnson question in a second, BM. But sticking with the Reggae girls, more I think regarding the coaching, because I ultimately believe that this group of players are good enough to be the second best team in CONCACAF. This is how good this squad is. This is how deep this group is. I think these victories for Busby kind of allay any sort of development or delay any sort of growth. Because why do you keep him, the mediocre coach, average coach, in the seat because he beat teams that he should beat? So, granted, I don't know who is out there because I haven't looked at the coaching landscape of women's football recently, but I am not necessarily convinced that Busby is the guy who's going to elevate this team to another level. I am not convinced that Busby is going to be the coach that's going to elevate us to another level. The first half against South Africa in that game was piss poor. And we can say, boy, all right, the field are not good and rare. But big up Linda Matello is a baller from South Africa, the 10. She was, I'm going to play some ball upon the cow pasture too. So, my concern with the Reggae Girls team is that the minimum get acceptable, making it to a tournament here or there get acceptable, and then you lose that opportunity to really kind of make a significant statement outside of just qualifying World Cup. This Reggae Girls squad, I mean, all these players are playing in colleges and leagues all across the globe. It's a very deep squad, and when I saw the game, these two-leg games, and then the other games against France and Brazil, I mean, come on, man. Busby, come on. So Busby, you don't need to either fix up, because me come a press conference one night, I talk about how him have the best striker in the world, and brother, I don't want to hear them foolish about you have best strikers in the world. The ultimately is the depth of the squad. There is no way that Khadija Bonishaw is supposed to be playing so many minutes in a meaningless second game against South Africa. You should be running out the next generation of players who you know say when Bonishaw now play well, the next baller can slide in and make those impactful games. And I worry about those things when it comes to real competition, and we have seen a Bunny get locked off. Who else are going to step forward and score the goal? Jody Brown, you're a big woman now, you're supposed to cut out the foolishness, you know. And so this is the thing. I worry about this. This foundational players who now get bench. Drew Spence, sometimes at the foolishness. Next baller up. We saw next ballers under the big head brother. Okay, sorry. We saw young players under Gilbert. Bring all those players a part of the group too and make them get valuable minutes. Israela Groves, Michaela Days, the Days sister. So the Van Zanten, the other young one, Tiny. Busby, cut out the pluckery. Cut out the pluckery. This team should be a lot further in this thing right now. I'm done. I'm done. Daniel Johnson question, Julia. Yeah, I agree. Why not select Daniel Johnson? I mean, I say select him.
I say select neither. I hate that. Rodney Price, to what end though? This is not developing Jamaican women's football.
Jamaica Premier League.
There is no domestic league, so all this is just an opportunity.
No domestic league.
It is job overseas, but this does not benefit the country.
No domestic league. This is true. By the way, how come we don't have didn't they start a domestic league and they got?
You forget
we all forget it.
You want to call? Come on, you remember all the stress? Come on, go through.
Yes, long term, sustainable without.
So if you want to have a successful domestic Jamaican women's league, give Bonnie Shaw Women of the Athlete of the Year. Let it be fun for young girls to play football.
Yeah, somebody to face. Have someone you can aspire to emulate.
Give them that. Then you can we're still going to have the track athletes. They're not going to leave a track to go play football. So, but we'll see. I mean, that's a whole lot of...
But that's a JFF. JFF supposed to... They started as a domestic league, and that was... Well, I don't know what I'm to it.
The Benton asking... I mean, Tyrone asking, why... Who to blame for no women's league? The government.
No, man, JFF, not the government.
It's like a foresight, because it takes investment to create a league, and if you don't get an instant return on investment, you feel like it's a loss.
But to play devil's advocate, Junior, not to defend the JFF, but to legitimately ask a question, which I think the JFF, can you round up 5 teams or 10 teams of 11 or 23 women for just start a league?
In Jamaica?
Yeah.
You can round up 5 teams of 23 women in Portmore.
Okay.
So is not you know where them drop the ball? And big up to my Uncle David. And Tyrone know my Uncle David from St. Mary's side. You know from where, but before Tyrone time. He had a church team in Portmore. You know what? JFF, talk to me, because create a women's church league. Create a women's church league.
No, but so Rodney Price, big up Rodney Price, brought up a very good point. Culturally, no one in Jamaica will watch women football. Can you say WNBA? Culturally, do we have a problem with watching Jamaican women's football? I mean, what was the turnout like for the game against South Africa? What year? Because that's a legitimate point. Will people watch the league? If people aren't going to watch it, we are creating.
Well, what is the numbers you expect? So financially, we have to know, so financially.
Yeah.
If it costs X to host a game, how many paying patrons do you need to pay to get tickets to come in and watch the game?
Yeah.
Then that will determine how many teams they can have. But again, start a church league, women's church league. There's a reason why I said that.
Why church league?
You guaranteed to have the whole church paying to come watch the game.
Well, a long time I don't go to church still. No, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Guaranteed
I
you
don't
are.
even know if they would be okay with girls playing football because some church very conservative in Jamaica, you know.
That's why I said earlier that as what I was hinting towards why them burning up Bunisher, but why not try it? You don't know. You don't know until you try it.
Yeah, there's something there. And if you, because a long-term object, there's something there. If you genuinely say you want to compete in a women's football, you have to build something, right? And we saw the game, the Sabina Park game. I mean, it was a nice turnover with the Reggae Girls and they played at Sabina Park. I think it was prior to the World Cup. So maybe it's just where you have played the games. Maybe
but that was an event.
I was an event. Okay.
That's an event. That's a
yeah,
send
because
off.
them have a bag at, yeah.
So do this then. Like I wish I had the means. Why are we starting with a big league? Start with a 6-a-side tournament.
Yeah, start something. Now them have schoolgirls football. Because
but even in schoolgirls football, start small. You don't need big goals, 11 versus 11, 3-match referee, this, that. Start 6 versus 6. Start 7 versus 7.
I think them pass the points, Junior. Them have pretty close schoolgirls football.
Well, you can't say that now when them struggling.
No, the issue when we notice with the schoolgirls football is that there's no competition. You have Excelsior, which is coached by the brother who used to coach the women's national team, which is, my name, Xavier Gilbert. So Xavier Gilbert recruited all of the ballers them. Now, and you and I, we watch some of the games. I mean, Excelsior beat sides 15-30 and all them things there. So it's nobody don't want to go watch other than family members I pitch them. And not even them want to watch them game there.
No, but all right, but that is when the league is functioning. If you remove that and remove the need to try to recruit players, you don't need a 3-month league. Look at them and say, we're gonna have a women's day in sports. And we're gonna host a tournament where schools can submit and say, if you're interested, submit your interest. I bet we gauge it and see how many days we would really need for this tournament. Just if you have to start small. Rodney Price I said, he's saying Jamaica need to take several seats. Everything we want, get involved in and not excelling at nothing. See how we are struggling lately in track. Don't get me started on track. Tigers start with the high schools. A girls farm of Manning Cup and the Costa Cup. That's where it should start. How will we know who's out there if we do not engage? Exactly. The engagement piece. I remember when I was in high school, Jamaica did have a girls football, high school football league.
So Jamaica are your sister school?
No, not my sister school. In Jamaica they did. There was a little league. I remember this girl with the bad, and we used to call her the female Walter Boy.
Okay.
She had chopped down the whole league.
Yeah.
So, but I remember when I don't even know if that's when I remember when my high school played rugby. And if it's one sport in the world, you will say Jamaicans will never play rugby.
Yeah, one bag of men over there jump on one another.
I used to call it rub me. Right? But yet, we got a team, a rugby player. Not me, I never played the game. But we had a team of rugby players.
So,
right?
Randy Price said Kingston is not Jamaica Junior.
Well, guess what? You start at Kingston. And if it grew, it grew. You start at Kingston.
Cornell College never play rugby.
Wait, what am I talking about? I think I'm talking about the women's team. The women's team,
okay.
Because you never had a country team. And that's true. I don't think they had much country teams in that.
Yeah.
But you had rugby playing all over Jamaica. We know that.
No. Not all over Jamaica, I think. Rugby never reach Westmoreland. No, rugby never reach Westmoreland.
But we just want to say, like, you can't, we want to start big.
Yes, we
Start
are start something
small,
small.
light a fire and see if the fire catch. If the fire out, then you say, yo, we tried our best.
Yeah. I mean, I guess without a league, you just have to continue your recruitment through the college sort of setup. But like Ty Gill say, how will you know who's out there? Because you will miss certain local players. And
Yeah.
big and serious. I mean, we see a lot of local young girls who, I mean, they never really have other options. And it's because of the ball game thing, them get a college scholarship, them now them have degree and them have a professional career in something other than football, and them can take care of themselves and probably improve their family. So there's opportunities out there. You just have to kind of figure out a way. And JFF, well, the man, they can't even fix one thing, much less deal with two things simultaneously.
That is a rugby that play at town and some of the private schools are country. See there? Radley said everything is not for
Wait.
everyone.
Well, talk about some of these private schools are country. Yeah.
Him know some of the rugby team them.
Oh, so Ty Gill used to play rugby.
I don't know.
Junior, were you on the rugby team?
Hell no. But my opening partner for my cricket team was a rugby player.
Okay.
I
And
made him big open bat.
no, man, you can't talk the thing, man. All I know used to play for the rugby team, brother. They did they what? The center?
Oh, you know the position them for rugby. I mean, I know the position.
You don't watch NFL, they same thing.
Hell no, my brother, top of nice, man.
Jamaican Premier League update, family, before we go, man. We had Portmore and Racing drew 1-1. Veer 2-1. Veer Phoenix United 2-1 over Shackleton. Waterhouse 3-2 over Dumbo Holden. By the way, big up to the family at Dumbo Holden. They did a Christmas fundraiser for seniors, raising money for the seniors in the area. What them call it, penalty for funds or something or the other. But kudos to Dumbo Holding and the entire football club and all the players. I think they raised quite a lot of money for the senior citizens in and around the neighborhood, to kind of enjoy them and the Christmas spirit. So kudos to Dumbo Holding. Even with all of that goodness in the neighborhood, Waterhouse fixed them up 3-2. Cavaliers 5-1 over Mullines. And Mobile United is leading Tivoli 3-2.
I guess you must be mad. Randy is the partner, Mr. But I have to think about what is some opening, but this is the partner.
But big up.
I say, why if the Judah the partner? Yo, how I know. I only runs to put on when we catch certain school. And big up Kingston College, big up KC, big up Ballard Samuels. Told it never want to play against me. Andrew Richardson. You remember Andrew Richardson?
Yeah, man.
He played for KC. I back against him. And I survive.
Yep. Well, if a fast bowler and gone.
Yeah, a fast bowler. But look at Indian boy, I thought about him ball spin out. But it's all right.
And those are the views of Junior, not ball shot. Yo. Everything not. Ball spin around here. But at the top in the Premier League, in the Jamaican Premier League, Mount Pleasant, Theodore Tapper Whitmore and Mount Pleasant tied on 25 points with Firehouse. Mount Pleasant has a game in hand. Mobile United up to third. Mullines and Chapelton at the bottom of the table. Junior, before we go my way, there was a recent discussion about Richard King and how Richard King is not playing. Big up D-Wise, big up D-Wise wherever you're in the world. And Richard King, of course, I think got his debut with the Reggae Boys on the Tapper. And now there are discussions, or at least Oral Tracy and others are making proposals or suggestions that Richard King should be tried in the CDM role by the Reggae Boys. Junior, CDM, that a CDM role aside, forget that. But if you want to chime in on that. But I noticed something between the Tapa era and these foreign coaches. There seems to be a discontinuation of players. Like, why Richard King is not a part and parcel of this whole setup under this new manager when he was such a good player when Tapa started him. I mean, we sung and watch Richard King and we say, yo, we'll find one for the future. And it's like, it's a youth who's kind of missing out of the groove, out of the old setup now. Do you see the similar sort of disconnect where occur transitioning from Tapa setup to the foreign managers? The man them come in and them hire them call a bag of English players and rightfully or wrongfully, but there's a disconnect between what is built, those young players, Jamaican local based players like a Richard King, who could be valuable.
Right, so you just proved the point that is that JFF picking the squad. That's all I'm going to say to that. I mean, well, why does Richard King need to play?
Why does Richard King need to play? Because he's he played well, first and foremost, when he debuted. He's been one of the most consistent centre backs in the Jamaican Premier League. And he's a good young and upcoming player, and he performed well under the previous manager in Tapa Moore. Versus you brought in a Mason Holgate who is experienced at the highest level but played like a bug.
And again, it just proves that JFF didn't pick the squad. But you can't tell a coach who pick who
yeah, it just dawned on me the other day. All right, another player, Kevin Lambert, that Tapa brought in the fold, and I was now we have this brother from Coventry City that plays CDM.
Latty
Bodier. I mean, come on, man. Come on. It's just, no, come on. There's a significant pivot once, and they should have built on the players that he had and just augment that with them local foreign players them.
So JFF, word to the wise. Your next coach, tell them that they need to build locally.
Yeah, man.
It's just that simple. Start with local players, they can add to it. Don't come in with a foreign mind itself. Jamaica for Jamaicans. Simple.
But it makes more sense, though. It makes more sense.
Look how Rodney run right there. But do that quick one.
Yeah, we'll go over we had. Love, yo, great discussion as always. Big up to all the family. Time for go over we had. Mount Pleasant and Waterhouse tied on 25 points in the Jamaican Premier League. Mullines are tired for their relegation zone. Jaja. Every season, Mullines close to relegation zone.
BM said, did you hear Butler's outburst talking about people he took care of, sell him out? Yeah, and them drowning boat. Butler, right, yeah, one.
Yeah, me hear that. I will talk. Are you?
Yeah, Tiger says yes, he needs to be in it, young and talented and enterprising. Randy said, Tapa try build something. These foreign coaches are trying to maximize their earnings. That's a big statement.
Yeah.
Tiger said, we don't need no McLaren type coaches. There has been no winning English manager. Well said. Gonna be on.
Time for go over we had, family. Big up to our listeners. Remember to smash the like button. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Yeah, big up to the people at I Am Jamaica. Big up as always. And again, if you don't have a rum cake sellers, people mom and pop selling rum cakes, drop the connects in the chat. We'll go ahead and add up some rum cakes. Junior, I need that to know.
Later.
Connect with us on Instagram at Ball Chat Podcast. We're on X and on Blue Sky. Big up to the family on Blue Sky or Blue Sky Social or whatever. Big up to Yawd the Baller on Blue Sky Social for wall-to-wall coverage of Jamaican women's football. Ball Chat is also on Blue Sky. We're over there. Just search the word Ball Chat Podcast. We're on Facebook at Ball Chat. You email us at ballchatpodcast@gmail.com. TikTok ball chat _podcast. Go on the road now, family.
And we are 47 subscribers away on YouTube from the big jersey giveaways. And we'll give enough jersey. I promise that.
Yeah, we need arena jersey. We can't find arena jersey.
Later.
From the 90s.
That was for arena
Man,
jersey.
A Michael Graham, a Jim Dandy Graham jersey. You don't know them baller. Bengaleng jersey. You don't know them man there.
You're more to Calvin Valentine.
Calvin, well, I'm not going to say the word still, but Calvin Valentine. We're going to we are. Get some of them jerseys that we want to win around here.
And you know, we could do that. But yeah, 47 subscribers away. When we hit 500, that we're gonna do. We'll find some rare jersey and get them.
Yeah, man, we're gonna do some what they call it, classical or whatever them call it.
Yeah.
Look more family.